Retro Ride. Dum 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 dum.
Retro Ryan coming back at you live on tape from your mom's broom closet. Part 2 of the video took a little longer to make because I had a few issues and I wanted to just inform everybody, and then we can see this thing actually do something. So the first thing you might notice if you get the version with the dock shipped to you, the tray might not eject. You can hear it struggling there, right? So I'm just going to turn it back off. Sounds like the unit shipped with these screws tightened more than hand tight, which I honestly don't think it needs to be that tight. So you're just going to loosen them as much as you can, honestly. Just keep going. This is a number 3 hex driver bit that I have in here, by the way. Works perfectly. You could probably find a hex wrench laying around from some IKEA furniture or something like that. But once you've done that, as you can see, it does separate, right? Probably shouldn't force this too hard. But there we go. And then I'm literally just going to do this hand tight right here with my hands. It's always best practice to do one side a little bit and then the other side go in diagonals. Alright. Just going to kind of pinch it. Alright, let's power it back up. See if that helps. Not quite. One second here. Try it one more time. Possibly even hand tight was too tight. There we go. I just loosened it just a little bit. As you can see, and this brings us to tip number 2. The game I was trying to play right here, Resident Evil Director's Cut for the PlayStation. This is not ready to boot discs just yet. So what we're waiting for is an update to the console mode software. So it is a software update we're waiting for. It's in beta right now. You can find the source on GitHub, but don't muck around with it unless you are prepared to completely reflash your SD card. They're recommending to use a completely separate SD card, which is also what I would recommend. See if we can get the tray to come out again. No, but it's still... There we go. So I think I still have it just a little bit too tight. But we're not going to dwell on this issue for right now. The second thing, I've got hooked up to the port right here, a DualShock 2. I think this was the controller that was with my PS2. It works great with this unit through this port, which is a serial native accessory port, snack. The other thing you're going to want to do is always have something hooked up USB, be it a wireless keyboard with a dongle, be it a controller like this one, and that way you can control the menu system. This, and any snack-related original controller type of adapter, for the most part, unless you're using something like a Reflex Adapt, which you can get from Mr. Add-ons, will not be able to control the menus. So that's another tip. The next thing you might notice, and I'm going to go ahead and hook this up component to my CRT. So audio, video. Power it on. And this will output digital and analog at the same time. You'll see that here in just a second. So you'll notice, that's just a little on the red side. The reason being, you need to just back out, so I'm going to hit B, I think, yep, and then left. And then you'll see up here there are a few different modes here. You've got main, RG, SB, which I think would be for if you want to do RGB over the VGA port in the back. SVID is obviously for S-Video, and then YPBPR, I think it is. Just select this one if you're doing component. And as you can see, that looks a lot better. The colors don't quite line up between the HDMI signal and the analog signal, but you get the idea, right? So I think that's really all my tips for you know, first time startup. Let's go ahead and play a game. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the PSX core. And another quick tip, there's actually on the dock a toggle here, and it says snack bypass. So if you set this to off, that way you can use the snack ports up here. If you set it to on, I don't think you'll be able to use these snack ports up top. At least that was my experience. So we're going to go ahead and load a game now. One of my favorites. Little Harmful Park. All right. So to be able to play with an original controller, you're going to want to go in here. And down here, Pad 1 is going to default to DualShock, right? So that's this guy right there. If you just browse through it a little bit, snack port 1, hit right, hit save settings, and we'll go back in. And ideally, the DualShock 2 will be our control device. Alright, so here we go, we're booting up. I think this bottom mode is the digital signal and the top one was the analog signal. So I think we're in 480i here, interlaced, to this CRT TV. Or now it's okay, whatever. It's reading the virtual disk off the SD card. By the way, the SD slot is right here under this USB port. Actually, we can just take this out so you can see it a little bit better. It's down there at the bottom. Alright, so let's give this a test drive here. As you can see, I unplugged the USB, I'm using my DualShock 2. And we'll just play a little Harmful Park, and then this is a game I put on there myself. I also updated the PlayStation BIOS files myself. You could also use a script called update all. It's in the scripts directory, I think. If you want to do that, but beware that will clobber some of the files from RetroRemake that are on there that you might have to restore, namely that video mode file that let us have the better composite component output. So let's go ahead and play. This is a great game. All the Parodius games are great too. You'll find Parodius DA on Saturn, I believe, which is another core that is available on this. I believe the Atari Lynx core also just got released out of test. So that's probably maybe one of the highest end systems you can play on this, save for maybe a couple of the arcade boards that are higher end. But as you can see, this is working great. Using my DualShock 2 controller. I could just sit here and lose myself and play this game for an hour. So let's not do that. Let's see what else came on the device, at least. Like I said, I did update the BIOS and I added this game. Another thing I want to try to do is use the Super Dock to dump Resident Evil and then boot my dump of it. So we'll see if that works. I also maybe wanted to demo the beta console mode for this. Right now this UI is just plain Mr. FPGA user interface. So let's go back to the main menu. Usually for that I just hit reboot. This also comes with some homebrew games for the various systems that this is equipped with. So let's try another arcade core, or another console core rather. How about Game Boy Advance core? Oh, I don't see any. Alright, how about Mega Drive? No. Core. We'll just keep going through until we find a game. I can't remember which systems have homebrew ROMs and which don't. Man, it seems like having a hell of a time finding them. Let's go back to the main menu. I feel like I'm missing... Oh, okay. That's because I didn't go into the at homebrew folder on the top. So, yeah, it looks like we've got Apotris on here. Demons of Asterborg, that's an awesome homebrew game. I think there's a GBA and a Genesis Mega Drive port of that. And it looks like some of these are not going through analog. I think maybe only a few of the, maybe a handful of the cores are compatible with that. But that's pretty awesome. Alright, let's see if we can get... See, I'm not so sure that the PlayStation core in the homebrew folder is... It's kind of freaking out. At least we got one good game to play, though, over analog. I'll have to go through and figure out which cores are analog compatible and which aren't, or maybe it's the game. I'm not sure. Let's try another one. There we go. Somebody with more knowledge about this than me could probably explain why it's doing that. But this looks like it'll work better. Alright. I have no idea what this game is. Oh. Wait, why is it sideways? Oh. I'm gonna turn this off for now, it's kind of distracting me. Alright, this is interesting. I'm not sure what's happening here. Amusing, though. Alright. Book of baby names? What is going on with this? Okay. Let's try another core. How about Super Nintendo? Or actually, better yet, let's try that game I was referring to earlier. Let's see how we fare with the analog output on this one. Not well. Well, wait. I spoke too soon. And since this is not the PSX core, this is not going to work with the DualShock controller. That is only for the PlayStation core. And that's just how serial native accessories work with the Mister. So that is, you know, it's not anything new or different, that's just how it is. So, there we go. cool is this? On a CRT TV, new homebrew. Alright, let's get into it. A little bit of a ghouls and ghosts vibe. Ghosts and goblins, whatever. So just to reconfirm, I am playing that with the USB controller right now. Oh, cool. Use the rolls and quick attacks, okay? Go down the well, come on. Down the well. Alright, fine. Anyway, this is awesome. I could play this all night. Or probably finish it tonight, but I'm not going to. Let's go ahead and see what we've got back to Super Nintendo here. We'll just try this. I've never played Angel Song, don't know what this is, but it's probably cool. It's got kind of Flappy Bird controls. Do what now? Feed what? What the? Oh boy. That's wild. Okay. Let's try another core. How about... I've heard of Hermano before, at least. Oh boy. There we go. Nice. Different core. I mean, this one just sounds interesting, so we're going to try it. Sweet. This game too. Let's try this real quick. Also in here there's a lot of advanced options for all the cores really, so I mean you can could probably even stretch or zoom to this if we really wanted to. Let's see. Actually it seems like the analog output, there we go. We'll stretch it just a little bit, just enough to piss somebody off that's watching this. Alright. This game doesn't even look like it should have been possible on Game Boy Color. This is something I kind of want to play on a Game Boy Color, actually. Alright. Very text heavy, though. Not great for demos. Let's see. I don't even want to know what one of those games was, but let's try this. Hello? Okay, I guess we are going to try that one, just to see if it'll even boot. Yeah, like I said, some of these I may need to try not over analog, but that's alright. Pixel poops, I mean, who can say no to pixel poops? Oh yeah, buddy. So you eat tacos and then you poop pixels? Is that kind of the idea here? I mean, oh, okay. Wait, what? Okay, that's gross, man. Oh, need some more tacos. Alright. Am I just leaving poops in the way? Oh, okay. Why? You're no match for my poops. I'm not quite sure what the point of this game is. But it looks like they trip over your pixel poops and they get grossed out, so, you know, that's pretty cool. Let's see. She-Ra Definitive Edition. That's probably not He-Man She-Ra. I guess we'll see. No. This is a demo based on an early build, okay. This looks cool. Got Aladdin throwing knives at me up here. Ah! Bastard. Alright. This is sort of like a crappier Donkey Kong. Or something. Alright. Oh, okay. I mean, it's amusing. Alright, let's see what else we got. I mean, Skate Cat. Gotta try that. Looks like these Nintendo games are very analog display friendly, which is great. That's mainly how I intend to play this, so... Yeah, buddy. Look, I can do a kickflip. Poops! Okay, that seems to be a theme here. A lot of pixelated poop. Oh, man. Oh, alright. Anything fun for Master System? I mean, Godzilla. Gotta try that. There shouldn't be load times on Sega Master System. What are we doing here? Come on, man. There we go. Ooh. Was that Teddy Bear Picnic? What's going on with this? Oh, wow, this freaking guy can't jump at all. Oh, and jumping on top of it. Or maybe it's a girl. Hopefully that's a mushroom. Oh god. Oh yeah, this is trouble. Cool. Nantetate engine. I can't pronounce that. Nantetate engine. Let's try it. Okay, yes. Starring Rum Rum. Overpriced, underhanded, for the love of cash, winners don't buy PC Engine works. Dick member, director, PC Engine. Alright. Let's do it. It's a sweet car. Oh yeah, buddy. So it's a literal console war where PC Engine is fighting Mega Drive, Famicom, and Super Famicom. Not the American releases, mind you. Not Super Nintendo, not Sega Genesis, and not Nintendo Entertainment System, but Famicom. Maybe one of these is a Sega Master System, too. I don't know. Strange. Weird, wild stuff. Alright, let's see. The Nyanja or FX Unit Yuki? I think we should try both. No. Okay, I think we confused it because we're trying to flip between PC Engine and PC Engine CD. So when that happens, you just reboot. Okay. So this will be emulating the CD counterpart of the PC Engine, aka TurboGrafx 16. Come on. Well, that's not very impressive. What about this one? Alright, I'm going to try it one more time. Alright, well, I mean, that's probably about enough for today. Just want to make sure we didn't skip over anything. Seemed like the N64 stuff wasn't working. Let's see if Good Boy... Oh, okay, maybe this will boot. This game is another great homebrew game. Good Boy Galaxy for the GBA. Come on. Seems like maybe it's locked up. Damn. Anyway, usual YouTube stuff, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you'd like to see in a part 2. And yeah, some of this stuff just does not want to go onto the CRT TV over the analog output. But the analog output works awesome, and it's a great way to play retro games. Anyway, Retro Ryan out!